Hello, everyone. Welcome. Do you find yourself frustrated, even angry, and feeling stuck over your money and abundance situation? And how does that show up in your life? How much time during the day do you find yourself spending thinking about your current money and abundance situation? Do you find that you are tossing and turning at night because of your money and abundance stress and worries? Or that you're tossing and turning at night because you feel like there are things on your to-do list that never seem to get done, just seems to be never ending? Do you find yourself, not doing things that you would ideally like to be doing because of the conditions of your money and abundance? Or do you find yourself putting off things that you'd like to be doing, such as taking a vacation or updating something on your house? Maybe doing something for yourself, maybe going to a special doctor's appointment or getting a massage, things that you know are good for you that you'd like to be doing, that you're not doing because of your current money and abundance situation? These are really important questions, guys, to ask yourself, especially if your answer to any of those questions has been yes for 6 months or more. Welcome, guys, to this live free weekly money and abundance training that we normally hold at noon every Wednesday, right here in the My Powerful Choices Top 5% in Abundance group through the My Powerful Choices Awareness Network page. My name is Larkin Sell, and for those of you who are unfamiliar with my work, I have been a law of attraction coach, a mindset mentor, and a transformational specialist for 12 years now. And today, I'm proud to say we are actually live streaming both on YouTube and in our Facebook group. During this weekly training, this is an opportunity for you guys to come and ask me your free live money and abundance questions you have about manifesting money in abundance, up-leveling your money in abundance, transforming your money in abundance situation, and being a co-creator, being a manifester of money in abundance. Okay. So by all means, please feel free to post your questions. Do not be shy. And if you have questions on here, chances are other people do as well. Feel free to say hello to me so that I know that you're there and listening. It's a lot more fun when we're doing this together. Okay. And until then, I'm going to talk to you guys today about, every week we talk about something different in regards to money and abundance. And if there are no questions, I often share with you questions that my clients have had. I've had thousands of clients over the past 12 years and people that I have worked with, and hundreds of personal one-on-one coaching clients. And I often share with you common questions that they have had or questions that people message me in with about their money and abundance situation. Now, it doesn't matter if you have $10 in the bank and you are actually, truly struggling with lack of money, or I've had many multi-million-dollar clients who, those are the people who have true money problems, right? Because you can't really have money problems if you don't have money. So most of you are on here either because you are wanting to up-level your money in abundance, or because you are having money struggles with the money that you do have. Regardless, it all boils down to our mindset about money, to our self-concepts about our relationship with money and abundance, and our beliefs about money and abundance in the world, and or our self-limiting beliefs that are in that 95% of our mind we're not aware of, that we're not even aware are creating our lives, that are out of date. Okay, they might be based on what your family situation was growing up with money and abundance. They might be about things that you grew up believing yourself in regards to money and abundance. They might be blocks such as, I'm a spiritual person, and so I believe that I can't be spiritual and also have money, which is a bunch of BS. Okay, money is just energy. So to get started today, really think about these questions that I asked you in the beginning of the broadcast, because the answers to those questions, if you answered yes to any of those questions, and you are spending more time struggling and suffering, trying to figure out how to up level your money in abundance or how to solve your money in abundance issues, then you are actually living abundantly, enjoying life, right? Time that you could be spent playing with your children or enjoying time with your family or your husband or going on vacation or doing a job that you love, right? Having a career that doesn't feel like a career like mine because you absolutely love it, right? You could be spending your time doing that. So are you spending more time doing that and actually living life and loving and enjoying life? Or are you spending more of your time going over your checkbook, counting coupons, making your grocery list, adding up what you have to buy at the grocery, maybe struggling with your investments? Maybe you have rental properties or things like that. Maybe you have a boat or a cottage house somewhere, and you are stressing and struggling over these things instead of enjoying them. Then, my friends, that is not living abundantly. Okay? So the whole point of this broadcast is to help you up level. That means get out of your comfort zone, right? So even if you have plenty of money to be comfortable, but you have found yourself struggling for a while to up level your money in abundance level to get to, hey, Billy, hey, get down. I'm sorry, guys. I should have put her in the bedroom. No, get down. Get down. You may not interrupt my broadcast. Good girl. Sorry, guys. They were so quiet this morning. I might have to put them in the other room. I'm so sorry. Hold on a minute. No, you're ruining my broadcast, my little fuzzball. Come here. I'm so sorry. You were so quiet. I thought I could leave you out here. My mistake. My mistake. Sorry, guys. So sorry. They were all napping sweetly with me, but I should know better. So anyway, guys, this is really, really important, though, that you assess these questions, because it's so easy to just continue to go through our life and really, just get caught up in our daily life and not ask ourselves the questions that can propel us to make changes. Okay, because you have to kind of change this, you have to change this mindset in here before you can actually get different external results. Okay, now let's not confuse money and abundance. Okay, because as Dr. Wayne Dyer said, abundance is a frequency that you shift into. Money is actually just energy. It's an extension of you, right? So if you answered yes to those questions that I asked you in the beginning, and you're actually spending more of your time worrying and stressing and trying to figure out and close that gap between where you are and where you want to be with money and abundance, then is that abundant living? Is that really living abundantly? I would say no. Okay? Because abundance isn't just money. Abundance is, what is the value of the time you're getting to spend living? Are you spending your time trying to cram everything in because you have energy leaks? One of the things we talk about in this broadcast is how energy leaks drain your money in abundance. Okay, they do. If you have energy leaks, then it is because money is energy, it's going to be siphoning from your money and the abundance of your life. Do you think it's abundant if you have, your car needs to be cleaned out and you're behind on those things, and you have, closets that need to be cleaned out, and you're constantly thinking, oh my God, can I really go on this cruise? Can I really go on vacation? Should I really invest in another rental property when, I've got, all this stuff at home I have to do? Guys, that's also a lack of abundance. Okay, so you might have plenty of money in the bank, but if this type of thing is draining you, it eventually leads to draining your money as well. So this is why we talk about closing energy leaks on here. It's so important that you get those leaks closed up. And during our free 5-day Confidence and Clarity Challenge, which is coming up again March 23rd, I actually work with you on a daily basis to take care of these things, to get a good idea and assessment as to what are your blocks, what are your energy leaks, okay? Where are they? And what do you have to do to start closing them? Because truth be told, you are not going to be up-leveling your money in abundance until you get those blocks overcome and you have those money leaks closed. Okay, does this make sense? So if you guys are tuning in, even on the rebroadcast, please let me know and post your comments and questions and let me know if this is making sense to you. Okay, so I know that you guys are relating to this. I know that this is really, really important that, people don't associate a closet they haven't cleaned out in 3 years or something they put off for months or years actually draining their money in abundance. But it does, completely does. Okay, so it's important that you guys understand that. I'm going to take a sip of my my chai tea here for a second since I've been on with clients all morning. So excited we're joining in on YouTube today. It's super exciting. So I've had clients come, both clients that I worked with personally and ones that joined for the 5-day confidence and clarity clients so that they could gain an idea of their own sense of personal power to create. They gain clarity. They learn what it takes to build confidence. It's really thousands of dollars of free coaching. So I'll actually post the link for that if you guys want to apply for that in here when I'm done. But it's a small group, so you'll want to register ASAP. The link I put will have directions for registering in there. But it's absolutely free. It's thousands of dollars of free coaching. So you guys can work with me for free for 5 days. And I've had people, say on there, well, no, I don't have any energy leaks. I had one dear lady who I just adore said the only energy leak she had was dust. Okay. And I love this lady. She's amazing. But she thought her only energy leak was dust. Okay. And so we had to work through that. So I want to ask you that as well. Like, what do you think your energy leaks are? If you are struggling with your money and abundance situation, but I would ask you, where are your energy leaks? Because those will siphon the energy for your money and abundance like that. And you say, oh, I don't really have any. I know that that's not true. Okay. So this sweet lady was, she had gone all these years thinking that her only energy leak was dust. And I can tell you if your only energy leak is dust, because we have energy leaks all throughout our life. The question is, how do you maintain them? And how you maintain your life, how you run your life and maintain your life and keep those energy leaks under control, that is a huge, huge part of, what your money and abundance situation will be. And again, it starts with, do you have a poor or do you have a rich mindset? That doesn't just mean money. But do you have an abundant mindset of life or do you have a poor mindset of life? It all starts there. We're more likely to close up those energy leaks if we feel worthy and deserving, and if we believe we can have it, right? So that's one of the things I work on with my confidence and clarity clients, so they can up-level their money and abundance and manifest their goals, dreams, visions, and desires as reality. Okay. Let's see. Try Hard is on there. Hey, hi, back to you. Thank you for saying hello. Don't forget, guys, if you would like this broadcast and you get a lot out of it, you find it valuable, please go ahead and make sure that you like my YouTube page there, or you post a like and on here in the My Powerful Choices Top 5% group, so that I know you guys found value in it, so that others can find value in it as well. Okay. You guys can also like the My Powerful Choices Awareness Network page for those of you maybe who are on YouTube, and check out the My Powerful Choices Top 5% group. For those of you in this group, feel free to invite other people that you think might find this valuable to this group. Okay. So what should you guys be doing then prior to, trying to get past these things? Well, first of all, I do advise that you sign up for the 5-day Confidence and Clarity to Your Dreams free 5-day challenge coming up from March 23rd to March 27th. Okay, because I can answer your questions live during that. We're going to be working intensely for 5 days, but it's really worth it because you get a sense of your own power to create your life the way you'd like it to be and to up-level your money and abundance situation. Okay, so that's really the best thing to do. For right now, when you get off of here, I mean, you guys can start immediately, as soon as you get off of here, assessing simply by answering the questions that I asked you in the beginning. How much of your time, are you spending time that you could be spending enjoying an abundant life? Are you spending that time, worrying or trying to figure out the how? Or are you spending time, are you not doing things you'd like to be doing and enjoying an abundant life because of your money and abundance situation? And here's another question I have for you guys, because this is very, very common, especially with a lot of my clients who want to up-level their money and abundance, but they're afraid. Are you afraid to up-level your money and abundance? Are you really dying to? Would you like to up-level your money and abundance, but you're scared? It almost sounds silly to ask that question because people might think, well, what would I be scared about? Why would I be scared to up-level my money and abundance? But the truth of the matter is that, people are afraid to up-level their money and abundance for a lot of reasons, guys. I was. And a lot of times, no matter how much you struggle to up-level your money and abundance, you'll find that you feel stuck because you don't understand why it's not working. And if you can't figure out why it's not working and you feel stuck, it means you have self-limiting beliefs in the 95% of your mind you are not aware of. That part of your mind's creating your life, your reality. Okay, it's not the 5% you're believing your thoughts about. It's the 95% you're not aware of. Okay, so what happens there is you'll have fears stuffed in that subconscious part of your mind that you're not aware of. Okay, and what would those fears be? Like, why would you be afraid to have more money in abundance? Well, first of all, are you afraid of people's opinions? Are you afraid of being ousted from your clan? Are the 5 people and your broader circle than that you hang out with, your current misery loves company crowd, what is their money and abundance situation? Are you afraid of what their reaction would be? Okay. Hi, thanks for your feedback. I truly believe that opinions are like assholes and everybody has one. And I don't let people's opinions run my life anymore. But there was a time where it did affect me. So it's important to ask yourself that. Are you putting a cap on the abundance in your life and or the money in your life, the freedom to do what you want to do, to live out your dream, to have the career that you want, bringing in the money that allows you to maybe travel or not stress and worry about money? Are you putting your own glass ceiling on that because you are afraid of other people's opinions? Is that misery loves company crowd that you hang out with, are they also struggling with money and abundance? Chances are they are. Maybe they have plenty of money and they're comfortable. As I said, there's lots of people that listen to this and that I coach that are multimillionaires, but that's not the problem. The problem is going to the next level. If you're a 6-figure earner and you want to be a millionaire, but you're hanging out with other 6-figure earners and below, are you afraid of making that million? Are you afraid of what they might say to you? Are you afraid of losing friends? Are you afraid they might tell you that all you care about is money and you've changed because that's all you care about? Guys, I'm a spiritual teacher. I am about as spiritual as you get. And I used to believe that money and spirituality were mutually exclusive. They're not. Look at Eckhart Tolle. Look at Dr. Wayne Dyer. Look at Oprah. Guys, it's not about that. You can have a very non-spiritual person that has no money. Okay, so the money has nothing to do with it at all. And I don't know where that came from, but it's a lie. It's a big collective human egoic lie. Okay, money is just energy. But when you let your self-limiting beliefs make your choices based on fear, you're not going to up-level your money in abundance. Okay, so if you are, allowing the fear of other people rejecting you or mocking you, do you have that fear? You need to ask yourself that. If you're allowing the fear of other people's opinions or what they might say about you, what they might think about you, how they might judge you, then you are allowing someone else's subconscious mind, their beliefs, their opinions, external influences run your life. That means you are living your life by default. Okay, I teach my clients to reclaim their power. My friends, that is throwing your power away. When you let other people's opinions or fear of other people's opinions make your choices for you, you have given away your power. You cannot be an authentic. Okay, I teach my clients to be authentic manifestors. You cannot be an authentic and empowered manifester when you are living by default. Okay? You have to not care about other people's opinions. Don't you think that when you up-level your money in abundance, that they would like to do that too? Have you ever considered that maybe that's why they're mocking you or judging you or would make fun of you? And who cares if they do? Don't you think that if those people in your misery love company crowd that you're afraid of their opinions, don't you think if they had the opportunity, which they do, we all have these opportunities all the time. Your opportunity to up-level your money in abundance or make any changes in your life is always available to you. The question is, are you allowing what you believe and perceive to be as your external current reality and circumstances prevent you from making the choice to up-level your money in abundance? That is the question. Because the opportunity is always there. Once you conceive of an idea of what you desire, okay, because that's the start of all manifesting is desire. Okay, and then you create a goal and a vision and a dream. As soon as you have that conception of that desire, it's already there. It's done. The opportunities and possibilities are there. Okay, it's just you may not see them. You may not believe they're possible for you, and you've got to get past that before you can move into actually bringing them into your tangible reality. Okay. That's some of the hardest part of the manifesting work right there. You got to get over yourself. You got to get aware of what your beliefs are in your subconscious mind. And then you have to get past your fear of these external circumstances. Okay? The reason I have this My Powerful Choices Top 5% in Abundance group is because only 5% of the population of human beings ever get past this point to realize tangibly what they desire. The rest of the people live in fear of other people's opinions and judgment, okay, and being outcast. Is that you? You only have these two choices, okay, and the only person's opinion that should count is yours. Now, last night on the My Powerful Choices Awareness Network page on Facebook, I did an entire broadcast on how when you believe what you're seeing as your current reality is your priority over believing first and seeing what you need to believe in order to manifest your desires, then you can't create what you want. So it was all about learning to stop believing what you're seeing and what your current reality is throwing in your face that you believe to be true. Stop believing in what your current reality is showing you is real. Why? Because everything in your external reality starts in here. So this becomes a vicious cycle, because if you're looking at your external reality to decide where you currently are, and you're believing that external reality and it's always in your face, right? The lack of money or lack of abundance always seems to be in your face. You will experience and manifest what you believe. So if you're looking at that reality that you don't want and you're believing it, what is going to continue to show up repeatedly in your life? More of what you don't want. This is why people stay in a constant situation of wanting to up-level their money in abundance, but never realizing it. Does this make sense? So I know that's hard to do, but people are afraid to make that leap of faith. Are you afraid to make that leap of faith? Neville Goddard taught this big time, guys. He was a master at teaching this. Hi, Timmy. Welcome. So great to see you. Okay. So it's very important that you guys ask these questions. If you're like Timmy and you just logged on, make sure you go back to the beginning when we're done here and listen to all the questions that I've asked you throughout this broadcast. Part of making your desires a reality is asking the right questions. Most people do not ask themselves the right questions. Most people ask themselves, why don't I have enough money? Why am I always struggling with money? Why is somebody else's life more abundant than mine? Why wasn't I born as one of the lucky ones? Why do I have this kind of luck? Why am I always lonely? Those are disempowering questions. Okay. Now, as a spiritual teacher, I can tell you guys that the universe, God, source, spirit, infinite intelligence, always answers your prayers, always, and always answers your questions. But if you are not in a state of receiving the answers to those prayers, of receiving the answers to those questions, you will believe, again, like my last night's broadcast on the My Powerful Choices Awareness Network page, you will believe what your external physical reality is showing you. Okay, you'll look out, you'll see that. No relationship, no money, no abundance, no good luck. It's going to be in your face and you're going to believe it. You have to change in here before you see a different reality out here. So on last night's broadcast, I highly recommend you guys go listen to that. And I'll post that link in here too for you YouTubers. If you constantly believe what your current physical reality is throwing in your face, okay, it's going to reiterate what you created in the past, because your current reality is essentially what you created with your past beliefs. Okay. So if you want to up-level your money in abundance, you have to do the same thing that I teach my clients for manifesting, for being a powerful creator. And you need to answer these questions honestly. Okay. If you ask these disempowering questions, because the universe, source, spirit, infinite intelligence always answers your prayers, always answers your questions, don't you think that if you want to up-level your money in abundance, that you're going to need to up-level your questions? Dr. Michael Beckwith, one of my very most favorite mentors. Sorry, guys, I have a hair in my eye. He has taught this for years. You have to ask the empowering questions to get the empowering answers, to get the empowering results. So people with a poor mindset, with a poor mentality, they ask themselves things like, why is this happening to me? Why don't I have this? Why does everyone else have this but me? Why do I have to keep struggling? You don't have to keep doing anything. You're choosing to do it. I know it doesn't seem like a choice because we're not taught that. We're taught to be victims so that we are victim taxpayers with a poor mentality. That's the truth. So as adults, people come to people like me to try to figure out how to get out of that. Hell, I struggled with it for over 20 years. Okay? So if you want better results, you have to ask better questions. Okay? Timmy, I'll get to your question in just a second. Okay? If you want to be empowered, you have to ask empowering questions. Are you asking these questions from a poor mentality or asking these questions from an abundant mentality? Love and relationships is under that category of abundance, Timmy, right? So an empowered person asks questions like, Who must I become to have such and such, whatever you desire? What must my habits be? You guys should write these down. What must my habits be to acquire, achieve, or create blah, blah, blah? Okay. What do I need to do on a daily basis? What kind of choices do I need to make? What kind of people do I need to hang out with? What do I need to expose myself to? These are powerful questions. Not why is this happening to me? Why don't I get this? Okay. Timmy says, is it a change in your mind or in your heart? Well, that's a great question, Timmy. Very great question. And I think to answer that question, you have to understand what the mind and the heart actually are. Okay. So there are different forms of the mind. There's your true heart, which is your essence, okay? And there's also then your physical heart. So everything that is the quantum world that is a non-physical is represented in the physical body as well, okay? So your physical heart, and ancient people knew this, and then Christianity said, no, that wasn't true. But your physical heart actually holds more electric charge, has more electricity running through it than your brain, okay? Which is really cool. So you have your physical heart, and this is why when your heart, your true heart, which I'll explain in a moment, is, thank you, is maybe feeling pain. Like if you've lost someone, you'll literally feel pain in your heart. It's because your heart represents your eternal ethereal heart. Okay. Now in non-physical, your heart and your mind are not separate. So that observer behind your thoughts, your soul, your super consciousness, which is the eternal you that keeps incarnating in new bodies, that goes on, that cannot be created nor destroyed. Okay. That is your true heart. We also call it our super consciousness. Okay. Our soul, your true eternal self, I often call it. Okay. So you've got that, and your whole body's actually inside of that. Okay. Your soul is in your body, but it's also outside of your body. People always think your soul's in your body, but actually it's so huge it couldn't just fit in your body, okay? But you have a whole universe in there. So that's a whole nother deep topic. But then we have, our mind, which is really the link between the non-physical world, the quantum world, and the Newtonian world, our physical world. Okay, that mind is really what I help my clients to work with. It doesn't really have a physical component, but it's connected to the brain in the physical world, and it's connected to the superconscious mind or your heart in the non-physical. Does that make sense, Timmy? Let me know if that makes sense. It took me years to put this together because I learned and followed from the studies of so many different people who were working in different components of that. So when we work with the mind, now the mind, the regular mind, as Eckhart Tolle says, is synonymous with ego and with thoughts. Okay, so if we're talking just about your mind, okay, the change has to happen in the mind, okay, not in the heart. Your heart is that superconscious, that observer behind your thoughts. Thanks for the feedback. I know that you got it then. Okay, so the heart is never changing, like God, right? It is always a constant. It is wise, it is joy, it is love, it is peace, it is forgiveness, it is fulfillment. That is your eternal self. It is your God essence. That is your heart. Okay? Your mind dies when your body dies. Okay, your mind is that link. It's that self-awareness as a human being that was meant to keep you alive. But as humans are evolving, guys, you don't have to keep it. It's not just to keep you alive anymore. Okay, the mind used to be in charge to keep us alive. And this is what humans are struggling with in our current society, which is not conducive to our well-being at all. But our society isn't going to change until we up level individually, till we consciously awaken. Okay, religion is not spirituality. You can be spiritual in a religion if you want. Spirituality is a unique path. And what is spirituality really? I prefer the term consciousness, conscious awakening, because that eternal consciousness that is you, that is part of God, that is your heart. Okay? That's what you should be listening to. But here's the thing, guys. Okay? You have to get your mind on board. And in order to get your mind on board, you have to become aware of what your mind is doing, right? If you have a room full of children or a room full of dogs, and you leave the room and you leave them to their own devices, what is going to happen? They're going to get hurt. They're going to make a mess. They're going to spill things. They're going to chew things up, right? They're going to poop in their pants or pee on the floor. So your mind isn't any different. And most people's mind go unchecked. So you really have to, become conscious and aware of what is going on in there, which is what I help my clients to do. Become aware of your thinking. Become aware of your feelings. Become aware of your choices. Do you have a mindset of lack, of poverty, or do you have a mindset of abundance? This will affect your money and your abundance, which means your love life, your joy of your work, which I know, Timmy, you seem to love what you do. When you do that, then your mind can help you physically manifest the expression of your heart. Okay? Your mind and your heart need to get in sync. When your mind is ruling your life and you're unconscious about your mind, then you will find that polarity between your heart and your mind. Right? Where your heart tells you this, but your mind tells you that. Okay? It's just because your mind's not on board. So you have to really learn to harness the power of your mind and become in charge of it, so that then your superconscious or your heart is running the show and your mind is the tool to make it happen. Okay? Timmy says, does it have anything to do with your third eye? I think I'm going to start a spiritual discussion group, Timmy. Somehow, I don't know where I'm going to be doing that, but I think I will do that. I might do it on the general page because I don't know. I'm kind of a combination of Tony Robbins and Abraham Hicks and Dr. Wayne Dyer, where we talk about the deep spiritual aspects and we talk about the down-to-earth practical, get your mind in charge of your mind aspects. And really all of those things collectively are what need to happen. And I'm channeling through all of my broadcasts, just like Abraham Hicks does. I just do it differently. I don't need to do it through another voice. I'm just constantly channeling the answers. So I think I'll probably do that so we can have more of a spiritual discussion. I think there are a lot of people that would do that. So we will get more into this on one of those, but I'll answer your question here for you though now. Your what we call the third eye it's a high level of being able to see beyond just what your physical eyes see. It helps you to see foresight. It helps you to be intuitive. It can help you to see energy. You do not have to be using your third eye or even be aware of it, honestly, in order to harness the power of your mind. Most of my clients aren't even aware of that. A lot of them don't even believe in the third eye, but I teach them to harness the power of their mind and to neurologically reprogram their mind and become aware of their consciousness so that they can get those things in sync and they can become a powerful manifester. Okay. You do not have to access or even believe in your third eye in order to be a powerful manifester. I guess so the answer to that question, I guess, would be no. But if you want to expand in your own, you can consciously awaken without being aware of your third eye. But obviously, the more aware that you are of yourself and the more of your intuitive gifts and empathic abilities you want to utilize, then if you're interested in your third eye and you notice that you are highly intuitive and you're empathic, then I would recommend learning to accurately use it. And anything you practice will get stronger. I think especially for empaths like you, Timmy, that's an important thing because then you can realize that your intuitive gifts, such as using your third eye, are actually superpowers, and stop allowing them to make you feel like a victim. Because our society is not set up right now to embrace those gifts. They're judged and looked down upon, basically because the church over the centuries has looked down upon anything that was not what the church was trying to control people to believe. I hate to say that, but it's true. It really has nothing to do with Jesus or what he taught or anything like that. It's what human beings did with the church. Okay. So those gifts are in whole not welcomed. So kudos to those people out there who are, reclaiming the power of being pagans or being witches or whatever. Guys, because it doesn't really matter. There's nothing sinful or devilish about that. The church taught that. And then those people out there who are stepping out and saying, I'm a witch, I'm a pagan, they're embracing their empathic abilities. They're embracing what is natural to all of us, guys. We're all intuitives. We're all channels. We're all psychics. All of us. Nothing weird about it. I don't like the terms because of the connotations with the labels, but it's why I'm a good coach. I use my intuitive abilities. I know exactly what my clients need and where they are when they come to me. Exactly. We work, though, on a very practical, down to earth. These are the habits you need to create to manifest level, because you can swing too much on the other side. You can get all caught up in the new agey, I want to be able to do this and I want to be able to see auras and this and that. And you know what? That's all fine and great, but none of that means anything if you're not getting tangible results in your life. If you're still struggling with money or abundance or relationships or work or your weight or the things that make your life physically valuable, believe me, guys, I did it. I'm about as spiritual as you get. I've done it all. I've done the crystals. I've done the study of, everything, witchcraft and Christianity. And I became a pastor for a while, Christian pastor. And, I'm Buddhist and Buddhist studies. And I studied with shamans. Guys, I've done it all. And I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter how and what you do it. If you're not getting tangible, practical results and you don't know how to make choices in your life that empower you to be a creator, that allow you to get out of survival mode so you're not in financial survival, mental survival, emotional survival. If you don't know how to do that, it doesn't matter what philosophy or physical, religious or spiritual thing you're following, it doesn't matter. This is why you can choose any spiritual belief or religion that you want and still get the same results. Do you think the God that is inside of you, that you are a part of, gives a shit? No, he, she, it doesn't care. It doesn't matter. It's humans that care. It's the human mind that judges. You're this religion, so I don't like you. You're a witch, so you're evil. It's ridiculous. God laughs at that crap. It's ridiculous. It's all words. That's why I tell people, if you're so obsessed and caught up and afraid of what I am saying about working with your mind because of what your religion tells you, then you do not belong in my groups or on my pages, because you won't like me, because you're brainwashed and your life is run by fear. And when you're done with that, then you can come back to me. Okay. I don't have time for that crap. I'm here to work with people that no matter what their beliefs are spiritually, it's just your belief. And honestly, it doesn't matter. It's just your belief. What matters is, what are you doing with it? Are you reclaiming your power? Are you up-leveling your money in abundance so you can serve people? Are you complaining about not having enough money in abundance with the other people that are struggling with that? Sorry, guys. I don't know why I have hair in my eye. Probably have pet hair. Are you taking radical responsibility in your life to up-level your money in abundance? Because you know what? When you do that, your relationships improve, your body improves, your health improves. Every aspect of your life improves. When my clients leave my program, maybe they came to lose weight or to quit smoking or to up-level their relationships, but when they leave, all of those areas are improved. Why? Because it's all connected. Okay? So I've really gotten into the money and abundance aspect, guys, of coaching, not because I'm not spiritual. but because if you're dancing around the spiritual yo-yo post and you think, well, because I'm spiritual, God, source, spirit, the universe is going to give me what I want, and I'm just waiting for it to drop into my lap, you are going to be sadly mistaken and miserable 50 years from now. It is what you choose now. It is the responsibility you take now. It is the changes you choose to make now. It is the shifts in your belief you choose to make now. It is choosing to get out of your comfort zone now that creates a different future result. Okay? That's how it works. Okay, so, for those of you thinking, well, if I just get a different crystal or I just pray more, we'll do a whole thing. I'll start this spiritual discussion group, Timmy, and we can, we can talk about what prayer really is. But guys, you have free will. There's more to prayer. If most people pray by saying, oh my God, I need more money, I need a relationship, that's not going to get you squat. Your prayers are answered, but it doesn't mean it's dumped in your lap. It means most people miss the answers to those prayers, which are the tools and opportunities, often in the form of obstacles, challenges, and pain, that are given to you because you must become what you want to manifest. So if you pray for something and instead you feel like God deserted you because all of a sudden you lost your job, your girlfriend or boyfriend broke up with you and you got sick, and you're like, God hates me and is punishing me and not giving me answers to my prayers, that's bullshit. That is not true. You are believing what you see instead of being able to see what you believe. You must believe it first. And what do you guys think faith is all about? You must have the faith in believing in what you want to see, right? Jesus taught that. Buddha taught that. It's that leap of faith that allows it to manifest. Okay, and the same is true, guys, for money and abundance. It's the same thing. But you really need to look back and say, have I been doing the same things? How long have I been doing the same things and I'm not getting any different results? Does that make sense? Yay. So what I'll probably do, this is our money and abundance discussion, but what I'll probably do, Timmy, is I will probably, I want to change my Larkin Psychic Medium page to a different name. Because I don't want people on there just coming for readings and they don't even listen to the answers. I want people that want to consciously awaken, because that's what this is about. Up-leveling your money in abundance. I have people say to me all the time, well, I feel like I can't continue with my spiritual business because I have a lot of entrepreneurs that are clients. How can I up-level my business and make more money if I want to be a spiritual business owner? How can you not? How can you not? Can you serve more people if you're not financially struggling? Can you serve more people if you're not working an 80-hour week like I used to in order to make ends meet for your business? Hell yeah. It's your choice. Okay? You're not less spiritual because you have more money. But what is your why? What are your intentions? What are you doing with that money? Okay? That's the difference. Okay? I just wanted to serve people and serve animals. That was my why. Okay, so my why for how and why and what I coach, and my why for wanting to be financially free and accumulate wealth matched up. Because in both cases, I can serve, and I can serve better if I'm not struggling with money in abundance, right? Okay, so don't let the old groomers of the church convince you guys that if you have money, you're a bad non-spiritual person and you're going to hell, because that's not true. It's not true at all. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am going to pop on to some of the other groups and do a terrific tips in the My Powerful Choices Awareness Network page. I need to get that going. So I'm going to close up our free money and abundance training for today. I want to thank you guys, those of you on YouTube and those of you that are in this My Powerful Choices Top 5% group. Don't forget, guys, add people to this group if you think that they could benefit from it. Don't forget to like here on YouTube if you guys want to follow me for more awesome broadcasts to create true transformation, conscious awakening, and abundance in your life. And like this broadcast, guys, so more people know that you found value in it and they can learn from it as well. Okay. Timmy, anybody else who popped on? I had a bunch of watchers on here today, but they didn't all say hello. Thank you guys for tuning in. Try Hard on YouTube and everyone else who watched, thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you next Wednesday. It'll probably be at noon next Wednesday on our free live money and abundance training here in the My Powerful Choices Top 5% in Abundance group. Guys, I will post all the links underneath the broadcast here so you guys know where to find me and where to find this. Don't forget, sign up for the 5-day free Confidence and Clarity to Your Dreams Challenge. I will post the link in here as well. Underneath, guys, I'm taking limited people. So if you want to work with me intensely for 5 days for free, thousands of dollars of free coaching to build confidence and clarity to your dreams, register ASAP. Okay, I'm only taking about 10 people, and I usually have about 100 people register. Okay, all right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Bye-bye.